You know, in the 90s, you couldn't find parking in this place. Like, everybody was here. It was the mall. And now it's a little run down. You know, our main anchors are gone. We don't have a Walmart, we don't have a Sears, we don't have no anchor in this mall. That's what we're gonna focus on, is the community, and bring people back in this center. And you know, the mall always tells us, you know, we're one of the most looked at stores, if not the most looked at store in this mall. You know, and that means a lot to us, you know, because it was our baby. It's our first store. It's where we planted the seed, you know, and that's where the tree grew. And now we're branching off and doing bigger and bigger things like events and stuff like that we want to continue doing too in our community.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go.
What's poppin', y'all? It's your boy Adrian. We out here at the Crenshaw District with it.
The hat, LA hat, you know, historical Crenshaw Mall, man. You don't see this too often. Matter of fact, you ain't never seen this, man. Look at it. It's history right here, man.
We about to get this shit started, dog.
Let's go.
Do you get a lot of sales like that? If someone from the community comes in, just throws down?
Yeah. Come get 3, 4, 5 hats, you know?
Yeah,
Oh my God! Hey, no.
Shit, you can't plan this shit, man.
Your team is losing. Y'all won the Super Bowl? That's in the bag.
Why you gotta blast me like that, bro?
Your team losing. I love y'all. It's my family right here. But if y'all get kind of cold, turn the heater on. Greatness is leaving. Okay? Congratulations on the Super Bowl. That's in the bag. I love you guys.
All right, you all right.
This is where it all started. We're here at the Crenshaw Mall. You guys opened here in 2009. I remember when you came out to training, and to say that you came into this situation bare bones, you know, is an understatement. There was no margin for error. Both of you put in your life savings, but that still wasn't enough.
Yeah, sure. So in 2009, when we decided to do it, you know, we thought we had a little bit of change, but when we went to Ben kind of just laughed at us and said, you need more. And we kept trying to get more. We got money, you know, from wherever we can get. And then it still wasn't enough. So then we're like, we got to go hit up banks. There was one, it was Banco Popular, that let us borrow $25,000.
Yeah, and of all places, finding a Puerto Rican bank was in Koreatown.
Yeah.
And they let us borrow some money.
It was 25, I remember. And then from there, you know, well, you were here when we first opened. You know, we opened a small, I mean, the square footage of the actual store was probably 700 square feet. I mean, we thought we had a whole bunch of stuff. We probably maybe had 50,000.
Yeah, we thought we were doing big things.
What did I say to you when I showed up, set up?
So he shows up, and you know, I take him to the back room. And I was like, all right, we're gonna get the shipment out, and he looks at the boxes and he says, where's your shipment? Where's your stuff? I'm like, that's it, you know. We wanted to put cable, but we didn't have it. And you know, since I live on Crenshaw and Slauson, you know, we had our guy, you know, Rick got the box, and then we connected it to that same account, and then we had bootleg cable for years here at the Crenshaw Mall. You know, our employees would come in early on Sundays just to watch the football games and stuff like that.
10 o'clock games.
Yeah, the 10 o'clock games, you know. So from there, we just kept growing. And then like 3 years into our business and our journey, the mall came to me and gave me a 30-day notice. And they told us that we had to close down because Sheiks had bought our location. So, you know, it was devastating for us. You know, we're like, damn, what are we going to do now? So we shut it down, we packed everything up, and we put everything in the U-Haul storage. We went like that for like 3 months until we finally got another deal as a temp deal in here. And then we went through there, and we went a couple years there, and then finally we got to build this beautiful store right here, man. This one actually means a lot because this store was built, you know, brand new.
Rick and Eddie opened up Baldwin Hills. I was like, damn, these guys really did it. It's a lot of risk and something that, you know, within our community we're not too familiar with because there's not that many people that are seeking to be, you know, legit entrepreneurs.
And it was an exciting time for us. That's when we actually took the next step and said, you know what, this one's cemented, it's built, it's brand new, and we got a 10-year deal. You know, we need to go to Fox Hills and open the second location.
Last thing I remember about training, you know, after you guys left, someone in our office said, you know, those are nice guys, but they're not going to last a year. The odds are stacked against them. They don't have enough money. That's not a good mall. And I said, Man, I'll bet you on that. So why do you think that? I said, failure's not an option for these guys. That's it. These guys put every nickel they had into this business. I saw what you guys could accomplish. I saw that, man, these guys will do whatever it takes to be successful. They want this. They have that look in their eye where they're going to make this work. All the money stuff, all the loans, that will work itself out.
You know what? I'm kind of glad it happened the way it happened. Like, I'm glad we didn't get the big loans up front at the beginning, because we had to hustle our way up to big inventory and you know, some money, and to be able to open the store. And you know, now it's just a stack on it and keep doing it, and seeing the numbers that we're doing is it's unreal to us. You know, it's a dream come true.
There's no replacement for rolling up your sleeves, grinding, and kicking ass.
No, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks, we out here moving boulders. Now we ain't getting posterized, we out here making posters. And we ain't got nothing to hide, we move forward like soldiers. You better wake up for the pay stub, or you'll break us. Famous for the way up, play the game, bruh.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top, yeah.
Hey man, you know where we at? We on the west side with it. LA's had it.
Here at Fox Hills, you know, you started your career in this industry at this mall as a manager for fans, and it was always your dream to have a store here. It took 7 years, but eventually you guys were able to open in 2016.
It was a long process. We wanted to open here before we opened over there, but we didn't have the capital to do it. That's when we kind of changed our plans and went to Crenshaw. Took our small idea and said, okay, we don't have a sports store here. When I was working at Fans, you know, I remember telling Rick, this is what I want to do. Let's do it. You can help me 50-50 financially, and we can go into this business and have our own store. He would come and actually do a DM on me and come watch me sell at the store. He was actually a real Rams fan, not like all these other guys now. You know, he would come in, and he would even buy the St. Louis stuff. He would buy the St. Louis stuff and try to kind of just see how the business was. And I thought he saw what we can do.
How long have you guys been homies?
So I went to Manual Arts High School down the way, and through mutual acquaintances we met and stuff like that, and we became buddies and hang out with the same group of friends and stuff. This one night, we had this one buddy who loses his mind. Long story short, the guy ends up turning on me and having some of our buddies turn on me, and the only guy that backed me up was Eddie. And I bring that up because fast forward to the whole business idea. I look back at that day, and that was the day I decided that I was going to have this guy's back, no matter what. It's like he had my back. That's why we're here.
And in the 90s, going to high school was tough, you know. Still managed to get in trouble and just hanging out and, you know, playing football. And
of course, you know, they had their bad times. They did have, like, points where, you know, they were up to no good. That's the beauty of it, you know, being able to witness that and seeing them overcome what they overcame.
You've told me stories like young entrepreneurial Rick.
Oh, yeah. He bought himself this, like, baseball throwing machine, which was like sick. I thought I was like the coolest kid on the block, really, because my brother owned this like baseball pitching machine.
I was a volunteer, and they called me up and they said, we need a mentor out for a young man who's starting a business, renting out his pitching machine to, you know, softball teams and little league teams. It was a brilliant idea.
They coached us on how to put together a business plan, and so we used that business plan to present to.
The parent organization gave microloans. His business plan was good enough for them to grant the loan. Ricardo got his pitching machine and set his price at $25 an hour. He's a high school student. $25 an hour.
Rick will always take us to Seal Beach, to Tony Ray's baseball camp. And Rick will be like the guy that would pitch the balls to the kids and, you know, throw the fly balls and everything.
I think if I did anything for Rick, I held up a mirror, and he saw like what he was capable of, and where he grew up. Nobody's given that to you.
Obviously, we all have our journeys in life and stuff like that. The universe has a way of putting
certain people in our path that chose entrepreneurship, man. I knew.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, brother. Love you, man.
Love you too.
During high school, when I was, 16, 17, I ran a $2.4 million KB toy store on the first floor of the Crenshaw Mall. And it was good times because I hired all my homeboys. Like, all of them worked for me. We would do stuff that we probably weren't supposed to be doing in the corporate back rooms. And, we would take challenges on. Like, they would call me and say, hey, you're getting 700 boxes tonight. Have a crew ready. You got to knock it out. So, we started a freight process and let the company know that we were going to get it done in one night. And they told us we were crazy. So, I would just rally up my homies. We're going to get the 700 truck. We're going to take it out the box. We're going to price it, and we're going to put it all on. So we had aisles, Rick liked the Barbie aisle for some reason. I don't know why.
All of a sudden now, it wasn't even brought up to a vote. All of a sudden I ended up with the Barbie aisle. Everybody else was.
This guy was always like, hey, Rick, you take the Barbie aisle. So Rick would take the Barbie aisle, My other guy would take the preschool aisle. My other guy would take the male action aisle. We would actually unload these 18-footer, like, big rigs, and everybody will have their aisle. I remember when we got the Tickle Me Elmo, Rick had to price like 1 million of those. The resale thing on that was like crazy. But yeah, that was a journey in the 90s. And then Adrian was born in 2001. At that time, I wasn't working actually. That's when I came in here. I was like, you know what? I know retail, I know how to manage. So let me just go to the Fox. Just up it a little bit more. We're always at the Crenshaw. So I came in and I saw fans. I talked to the manager then. He just hired me on the spot. Probably like a year or two later, he decided to leave. So by 03, I got a store. I'm managing fans. And then 04 came around. We got the All-Star game here in LA. We had the Yin Yang Twins. I had Shaq in the store. I got Mike Epps in the store. I'm loving it. Everything's going good. Fast forward a little bit, 2007, stuff started going down. This mall sold. My sales tanked. Like, we went from like 1.3 to like 800,000. As you know, in the corporate world, if you're not bonusing, it's not worth my salary. I'm still working 6 days a week. It was hard, I was like, man, we gotta do something. I had a car accident. Rick came to the house that day. He didn't even know. I was sitting there, back swollen, back this swollen. It was on one of my V-dubs, so it's like no airbags, it's a tough car. And I told him, man, I'm tired of this shit. And that's when it began.
You guys have been buddies for 25 years.
Yeah.
Now been partners for
14
years.
Yes.
And it's something I have always admired and thought was cool about your partnership is just the very defined roles. You know what you're doing with what to buy. You have complete autonomy there. Rick does the dirty work. It's not fun paying bills.
Not at all.
It's not fun shipping boxes. That's something I've always admired about you two is how well your skill sets complement each other and that you truly are 50-50 partners.
It definitely works because, I'm more of a people person. So, I get to help more with our employees and how the stores should look and what's hot and what's not. He has to be dealing with, the accounts payable and everybody on credit. And
I think the greatest thing for me being in this business is getting to coach these kids. They come in, they work with us, and we get to coach them on how to build up people skills, customer service, and sell and upsell. Those are qualities that they're going to take with them out in the real world. So if we can coach them on everything that we know, and it's only beneficial for them.
For those first 7 years, you still had a full-time job.
Yes, I thought it was going to be a quick process to get into a second store. I'd go in at work 7 o'clock, get out at 4, get to Crenshaw, and Eddie get to go home, and I'd stay till like 9, close. A lot of work, a hard journey, but it's been worth it, man. It's like in anything in business, you'll get out what you put in.
You were saving what you made from that store to get this store.
Yes. We didn't pull anything.
Yeah.
It was all money in. We went through those 7 years of a lot of patience and a lot of sacrifice. I took a huge pay cut coming from fans and starting our own business. And he would just make a little bit of money just to come pay the bills. I think for both of us, it was like, damn, man, I just invested all my money. Try to explain that to my wife.
He was like looking through our drawers, taking all our jewelry. It was like, I'm pawning it. Anything that had a value, he was gonna like sell. You sold your car too, and he rode his bike to Crenshaw.
To get this store, I had to sell one of my Volkswagens that I had put together. It was the one that I got in a car accident with when he came over that day. So after that car accident, I completely restored the car. So then we're like, man, let's get another store. Rick's like, I got my half. And I'm like, I'm sitting there like, shit, I got some Jordans. I got some envelopes, you know? No, but I was like, damn, the only thing that's gonna get me to where Rick's at is selling my Volkswagen. And I sold that thing, man. 2020 came, we all know what happened 2020. Everything hit the fan, everybody had to close down. We closed down just like everybody else and just kind of sat at home and just saw what was going on, you know, everybody getting sick and talked about like, man, we can't go out like this. You know, all these years working and doing everything that we did for the business to just, you know, and because of this, you know, we weren't gonna let that happen. We decided to come to the store during COVID and just start posting and telling people that we're here. Little by little, people started hitting us back. They would call us, we would check on whatever they needed. We would tell them to pull up, we'd go out there, show it to them, take the form of payment, come back in, run their transaction, take their receipt in their bag, thank them for purchasing something from us at this difficult time. And then we kind of just started doing some numbers, you know, and then that's when we saw it and we're like, you know what? We're gonna ask the mall, can we go outside and post up a tent and keep our business alive? So they squared us off an area in the parking lot. We went out there with our tent. People started knowing we were out there on the weekends. That they started doing really good for us. After that, the Lakers won the championship. We put the Lakers store out there. We started having hat drops for the Lakers at the time. Then we started doing more and more hat drops out there. That's when we started the whole journey.
You were so prepared for this. You were doing hat drops before anyone knew what a hat drop was.
Yeah.
I vividly remember our conversation because it was April 2020, talking about how fashion and licensed product always been married, but it's cyclical and it comes and goes. You weren't even going to mess around with novelty anymore. You weren't going to worry about how the Dodgers were doing, how the Lakers were doing. I remember, I think what you said, I'm going to make Fox the best hat and jersey store the West Coast has ever seen. That's exactly what you did.
Looking for change, looking for pain, pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test.
Hey, why are you holding on for dear life? Matters, he's trying to show off the gun. It is good.
It's amazing to see just how everything came together. Adrian comes back, helps you get the word out.
It was April, May he came, and then that's when he started taking on social media, going with me to the store. He would see me leave every day, and I was like, man, can I just come with you? And that's when he started going with me.
You took your followers from 1,000 to 50,000.
Yeah, it's almost 52,000 now. You know, that's insane. It's crazy because he's my son, but we're homies at the same time.
That's cool.
You know, and it's great. You know, because I feel like he can come and talk to me like a homie, not just like a dad. Me actually be there with him and him being a part of this is huge for me, bro. It means a lot to me.
Yeah, so the way it kind of happened for me, it was at that time I already had seen what Hat Club was doing as far as in the hat community. And I would kind of put it in my dad's ear now and then, like, yo, like Hat Club's doing some dope stuff. I think we could do it over here. We started coming out with our custom side patches, and that would be our hat drop. The first video I did was when we first got our custom wear hat. I told my dad that we couldn't just put this hat out. Like, we have to hype it up. We have to build the hype around it. We have to let them know that it's an exclusive hat that we custom designed. That's not going to be dropping anywhere else.
More than happy to bring to you the Los Angeles Cotton Candy fitted cap. It's a bird's eye blue base with the cotton pink LA sign and the 1959 Dodgers first World Series. The pink underbrim goes crazy.
A lot of people interacted with it. Caught a lot of people's attention. We kind of just displayed it and let the whole world know. They kind of embraced us with open arms, and we gained the respect from LA, from the city, and they love what we do and we love them, and we love to just put on for the city.
I wanted to show people where we came from, show our community, our landmarks through our hats.
Coliseum patch, USC, LA. Can't go wrong with that.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon.
Like, they let them like monster off the leash. Like we're gonna keep going. Like we're not gonna stop. Dropping hats every Saturday was mandatory after we seen what a couple Saturdays could do. We're like, if we do this every Saturday and we hit this number every Saturday, we could do great things.
Everybody knows what it is. Everybody knows the family-owned business. And not only did we embrace our community, but our community embraced us.
What did you just drop on Saturday?
We dropped the Sloss and Swap Meet hat. We've been holding it for a long time. It was very important to us.
The Sloss and photo shoot, like, That was an amazing experience. We had just got there and 2 security guards out of nowhere come up to us and, yo, what are you guys doing? There's no photography allowed here. One of the security guards actually calls the owner of the Slauson swap meet, and he invites my dad up to his office.
So I step in his office, I shake his hand, I said, this is what we're doing. I grew up here. Slauson swap meet means a lot to us. It's an iconic place for us. We designed the hat of the colors of the Slauson swap meet. So we're doing the video right now because we're going to drop it this Saturday, and we wanted to have a couple pictures here at your place. And then he said, let me see the hat. Whoa, I'm gonna do you a favor and you're gonna do me a favor. I'll give you 25-30 minutes to shoot your video and your pictures. You're gonna come back and talk to me when you finish, and you're gonna give me one of these hats. And I said, you got a deal, brother. You got a deal. We just had a field trip after that. We drove the lowrider in front, you know, we drove it around. We got to take all the pictures of all the hats, of all the community people that were with us. That meant a lot to the community. That was iconic at that time for me, especially having my boy there. No money can buy that, bro. You have a picture?
Yeah.
So which one of you designed the hat?
We both had inputs, but he did it. He did it.
Okay.
He did it.
Yeah. This is the whole layout.
That was the whole layout of the Slauson, that, yeah.
So this is the actual Slauson swap meet sign. So what we did is we kind of make it was a runoff, and we just put Fox Hills, Pro Image, LA's Hat Heaven, and then, yeah, the Pro Club pin. Shout out to Pro Club. He threw in a pin with every hat.
So I think that's a cool way for us to express ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop artists do it through their music. You know, we're doing it through our hats. It was great. We rented like a 20,000 foot store location. We had over 500 people show up.
Saturday was amazing. You know, I went out to videotape the line, and it was crazy.
It went bigger and better than I would probably have thought, because we had a line the whole time.
It was great vibes. Like, people were really like grateful.
Adrian and Jay were, you know, the masterminds putting, hey, the Slauson backdrop, and let's have performers, because he deals with a lot of music.
You have to give back. That's the whole point for me for the Slauson takeover. It's like being able to give back and do something for the community that no one else is doing in LA.
Not part of LA.
No, yeah, not that part of LA. Events occur in Hollywood and Beverly Hills and downtown LA, all those safe areas, you know, but not there.
We worked really hard to make sure that it was safe, that it was a place where families felt comfortable enough to join, where we're like, our kids are here. If our kids are here, your kids should be here.
New Era did a great job of sending us stuff to give away, backpacks to the kids that were there. That was just awesome, you know. Any kid that I saw, I would go give them a New Era backpack. Hey, take it out the plastic, put it on. It was a total success. I mean, the artists loved it, you know, the community loved it, you know, everybody involved was like, the first thing they asked me, when is the next one?
Being able to understand your community's needs and being able to cater to them is the key.
It couldn't play on over there.
We took the risk. We took the risk because where we come from is what made the Slauson swap meet so cool, as far as the culture and the hype around it, and people looking at it as a landmark in LA.
This is now a multi-generational family-owned business that is so community-focused. It really epitomizes the American dream.
You know, me and Rick planted the seed, and we let the tree grow, and he's the branch off the tree. He took it to the next level with the social media. It's a good time to be LA's Hat Heaven Pro Image Sports, man.
It's just awesome, like, to see them like grow and bond was beautiful for me as a mom.
The beauty of Abrams working with his dad and then putting their minds together, you know, and seeing that grow and the process, our business grow with it.
There's much more to just the business and the money aspect of it. The beauty behind like what, you know, Eddie and Rick are doing is them being like role models in the community. Like, that's huge.
They've just built this following that is like a cult following. If you're not messing with Fox Hills in that community, you're doing wrong.
In the hat world, they created a community that's like very special.
They became the hat masters. They tapped into everything that they knew, their work ethic, their people skills.
I mean, if there's a reason that they had the top store, it's because, you know, people feel good coming in. You're gonna buy from a friend, man.
It does not surprise me that they are where they are today with the volume they've done and being known really nationwide and worldwide with Pro Image Sports Fox Hills.
To see what these guys have done, Eddie, Rick, and Adrian together and becoming the top sales store, I think is just outstanding.
It's more than just a store. It's a safe haven for people that are hat enthusiasts.
One thing that I think sticks out with all three of them is their drive. Their drive to want to be better, to do new things, grow their business, inspire their community.
After all this, we'll all put our circle together again and we'll discuss what's next. You know, I think that's important for us to do, because we can't just sit here and expect shit to happen. We gotta make shit happen.
In 2013, Adrian had an assignment of like, who's your hero? And a hero, as kids, our heroes are Superman or Wonder Woman. What we don't know is that we see our heroes every day. Anyone can be a hero. My dad is my hero to me. He's hardworking, strong, and loving. He always wanted to open his own sports store. And he did. He saved his money for 3 years. His sports store is called Pro Image, and it's at the Baldwin Hills Crenshaw Plaza. And he just remodeled it so it's bigger. My dad is strong. My dad is loving and patient. He helps my mom with the groceries when he gets off of work early. My dad is a hero to me because he never gave up through all his challenges. And even though he didn't go to college, he takes care of me, my brother, and my mom. But
it's funny that how everything happens for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
It was nice to see like how far we've come, but you know, nobody gave it to us. You know, we worked hard for it.
It was just a matter of like time and patience. You know, it was a process, and it felt like forever some days.
Different ways, you know.
But I wouldn't change anything.
But I wouldn't change anything either. I wouldn't change anything. It was a great experience to go through what we've been going through, and now to come full circle on him working with us and being a part of that #1 store of all time was dope. You know, it's like I said, like, you know, that was our goal from day one, to be the #1. Even if we just got it one time, you know, we always wanted to just be a part of being the #1 store in the company. So that was real. It meant a lot to me, man. I know it meant a lot to Rick too, because he's a big competitor too. At the end, we all should know and know that we got each other's back. That we know that if something happens, even if we lose everything, we should be right there together.